Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. How
Dan,
are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. On a day like this, wake up first thing in the morning, 70 degrees, birds are chirping.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad. We'll take it.
Oh, it's Crunch Week at Jackson College. Super busy as we are leading up to the graduation.
Oh my gosh, yes. It is so exciting. Tonight, for example, I'll be looking at a number of student art entries over in our STEAM factory as they're finishing up the work. Last night we had a little pre-graduation get-together for our students in our TRIO program. That's a federally funded program that provides assistance for individuals who are first generation. Maybe they have a disability or they're at risk in some way. So that was a nice opportunity. And then tomorrow night we have our dental hygiene pinning ceremony. Then the next night we've got a PN, a nursing pinning ceremony. And then on Friday we have an all-college honors dinner where we recognize all the people who have been really helpful to the institution. We celebrate honorees, alums, people of leadership in our community. So we're excited about that. And then of course commencement is on Saturday. And we have two because we want to make sure that all family members are there. And when we have it just as one, we have to limit the participation. And you know, this is the moment for our students to have the day in the sun, and we want to make sure all family and friends feel welcome. So we have two. One starting at 9 o'clock and one at 1 o'clock.
That's awesome.
We had a large one when we had it outside, you know, in front of the Burt Walker Hall there on the north side of campus. But, you know, with Michigan weather around right now, I mean, we're going to be 34 degrees tonight, for example. So getting a sense of managing that weather, we just thought, let's go with what we know and what we can control.
It was another successful year on campus. Many ribbon cuttings, construction projects.
I know.
Always something going.
Well, there's so much. If you drive on campus now, not only do we have construction going on, you can see outside with the ATC, or Applied Technology Center, over by the water tower, which will be huge. That will be able to provide training, workforce development training for individuals, and certifications around pole climbing for people in the energy industry or telephone industry, but also wastewater management, water management, those kinds of things. And then if you come in on the north side of campus on the main drive, we have some scratching going on to the left side of the main drive, and we're putting in a water detention pond. There's a lot of water that comes sheeting off when we have some strong, you know, barn buster storms here, and so we're providing for that. And then of course we got the medical simulation center going on inside. You can't see that. That's over by the Rowell Center.
I see a new festival in the future, the Jackson College Greased Pole Climb.
There you
Is
go.
that right? Actually, I was talking with, connected with Jamie Vanderberg, our dean overseeing that area, after having a conversation with a colleague of mine, a president up at Alpena Community College, and they actually have these line worker rodeos, and that's being held up that was being held in Alpena last week. And then I think in the summer down at Overland Park, Kansas, they've got one nationally where they compete on how fast they can climb and throwing lines and all kinds of things. So it's quite a deal.
Sign us up.
Sign us up right now. We, as you know, I grew up across the street on Kimmel Road, and if you would have told me when I grew up that there was even the amount of space on campus for all of the new buildings and infrastructure, I would have thought, no way. It is a nice sized piece of property, and it doesn't feel crowded at all. And with the road going through everything,
the beltway
it's
is really
smooth.
nice. Yeah, it really is nice. I appreciate you saying that. So we reduced the number of trees. We're still very sustainable on campus. We continue to focus on sustainability overall, and we're still planting new trees, but really opened that up, as you mentioned, and thinking about what the future might be for us. And having people come to campus is always a blessing for us, and let them see how their community college is serving our community.
One thing that is amazing that I think has gone unnoticed by a lot of people in our community is this fact. Jackson College is the #1 destination of graduating high school students at every Jackson County high school.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
Isn't that amazing?
That's not bad.
Yeah, we saw that data too in the state report as well, so we were very gratified for that. And of course, you know, our work with, you know, all the local schools with dual enrollment has been very, very impactful. In fact, I was having a conversation not long ago with Jeff Beal over at the school, and we think that maybe this fall will be the largest high school in Jackson County by virtue of Jackson County Early College dual enrollment opportunities. So that's pretty amazing. And you know, it really creates a going to college mindset for family and for the students themselves. It helps to save them expense. They can get up to 13 years of education, keeping the cost way down for parents and students alike. And that combined with just the fact that we're everywhere, advisory committees, we're participating in meetings and conferences and hosting events on campus, and even I think we've got one coming up now at the Astronomical Observatory as well. So just inviting people into the campus. We had the Easter egg hunt not long ago.
Yeah, we did.
Lots of fun activities to say we are an important part, I think, of the community, and we want you to feel very welcome here, whether you're coming during the Spooktacular in the fall, or Easter egg hunts, or out to a Potter Center event, or you want to see the stars at night, or you want to hear a lecture. This is the place to come for you, and we want to be the continuing resource for our community. So we're not surprised by the numbers, but we're very gratified by those numbers.
Yeah, lots of reasons to visit the campus. You can walk on the Jets Trail, you can use the fitness court, you can watch a baseball or softball game.
That's right. Yeah.
It's the most beautiful facility.
Thank you.
And we've talked to
Yes.
athletes that have come in from out of town.
Yes.
They can't believe it.
Yeah. In fact, I was talking with Andy, our women's soccer coach, and he was telling me that they've recruited a outstanding, high-capable female athlete for soccer from Iowa, from the University of Iowa. So she's coming to Jackson.
Oh,
so
nice.
The reputation is out there. As you said, the grounds are great. Adriana and I take our little dog Oreo and walk the campus on the trail. It's 1.25 miles, so you get your steps in. And we do that on really nice weather days. It's just great, and you see lots of folks, even from the ISD, coming across to our campus walking. It's just a nice partnership we have with the ISD as well.
We're planning on being out and broadcasting the doubleheader, JC baseball, against
Great.
Macomb on Thursday, pending weather. There's a little weather coming in. The Jets are 20-20 with 4 games left. Great program. And last time we were out there, the Jets won too.
Yeah, Rick Smith is just an amazing coach. He's delivered every year,
Yeah.
and not only in terms of winning seasons and his recognition as just a major force with regard to the coaching industry in junior college basketball or baseball, but he's just a great person, and he's dedicated to the students getting their academics right. So it's student athlete, focusing on grades and academics, and he makes sure that they get that. He also makes sure that the students, athletes understand that their role in a broader society. So they will donate their time and come in and read to students and help clean up parks, and they're just contributing their time in many, many ways, which is important to our community.
What a great hire Rick was. How many years has he been there now?
Oh my gosh, maybe 15 maybe?
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Yeah. And of course, we recruited in a place where we had that old tired baseball field.
I remember when he showed up and saw it. Yeah.
Maybe tears were forming in his eyes, but it's a much better space now, of course.
Oh, there's a lot of opportunities at Jackson College. Opportunities to expand. The theater program has exploded in this last year. I got to see the 2 most recent productions, Puffs just a couple weeks ago. It was unbelievable.
Sarah Ann Tomczyk has just been a force of nature. You know, after so many years, when I came to Jackson College, you know, we had a theater program that was struggling a little bit, and then for financial reasons that kind of went out for some important reasons that we had to get rectified. And then we were dark for a number of years, the stage, that's the reference that they call it. And we waited and we tried to find people that it wasn't a good fit. And so we went through a couple different individuals. I think that their heart was in the right place, but it wasn't a good fit for our community and for what we wanted to achieve. And boy, we saw Sarah Ann Tomczyk and we thought, the seas have opened, the skies have parted, here is our person. And she has not disappointed. And as a functioning actress herself, engaged in national broadcast TV, and she really brings a lot to the program, to the students, and the way that she just brings excitement and energy to a room. That's just fun to be around her. Let alone for the students, and some of whom were our employees participating in theater. They just had an amazing time.
This spring, you're beginning your 25th year.
Yes, sir.
At Jackson College.
Believe it
amazing.
or not. That is amazing. Look at these red eyes.
What is that? Is that a silver anniversary? What do you get for that?
No, I have to look in the book to find out what anniversaries are. Maybe silver.
Well, when you look at everything that you and your team have accomplished with the community in this beautiful college, in 25 years, it really is mind-boggling.
You know, I'm really blessed to be able to work with a board of trustees who has a vision for the future in our community. They see what our community needs. They connect with the community, and they've helped us to chart the future for where we need to be, and give me the latitude to be able to do that work. And then I, in turn, work with just some amazing faculty and staff and administrators who just work tirelessly. I mean, these are folks who are working not 40-hour work weeks. They're working tirelessly to be able to do the best we can with limited resources, and they're doing so effectively.
The longest serving president at Jackson College.
That's
Yes.
awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you.
Bart had his first Uncrustable in the JC press box.
I'd never had one.
Have you ever
before.
had an Uncrustable?
No.
The
I
peanut butter and jelly?
No.
No?
Well, you go over to
Courtney,
baseball.
Courtney supplies the
I'll
press
have to-
box with
well-
grape, strawberry, and chocolate Uncrustables. And Bart had his first
She's
one.
been holding out on me. I'm going to have to go back to campus and talk to Courtney.
Well, one thing that's really cool at the baseball games, you've got a concession stand.
Yes, I
You
know,
get
isn't
hot
it nice?
dogs and popcorn.
Cracker Jacks, all
Yeah.
the stuff.
And nice bathrooms for once.
That's right.
Remember those Kaibos that used to be around for a long time? Yes, and and we're also a very accessible site, so individuals who have limited mobility, we've got a nice sidewalk that goes up, and even as we plan for the future, potentially for a new soccer field, those kinds of things, we're looking longer term. We want to make sure that the campus is fully accessible for every citizen in our community.
Well, it's amazing, and it looks as the flowering trees bloom this week and all the trees turn green. It's never looked better.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that.
Well, congratulations to all the members of the class of 2025 graduating this Saturday at Jackson College. Thanks to you for your leadership, and thanks for coming on the show
My
tonight.
pleasure always. Thanks,
Thanks, Dan.
gentlemen. Appreciate it.
Jackson College President, Dr. Dan Phelan. More of the morning show after this.